Hello, boys and girls, this is Christopher the Clown. And when it comes to social media gambling scammers, I'm not clowning around. In this video, Christopher Mitchell talks about how generosity will make you rich. What a crock of Limburger cheese. Let's watch a few of his video clips, and then I'll give you my take on the lunacy of this video.
I want to talk to you about how generosity will make you rich. Just imagine if right now you're dead broke, but pretty soon you could have stacks and stacks and stacks of $100 bills. Imagine if you could become completely debt-free. You could quit your dead and 9-to-5 job. You could fire your boss. You could eat at the finest restaurants, stay in the finest hotels, and give away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars away every single month to the poor.
Let me get this straight, Chrissy. You're asking your viewers to imagine that they are dead broke, and at the same time, they could have stacks and stacks of fake $100 bills, just like you, but only if they give away their money first. Now, how are they going to give away money if they're dead broke? You ask your viewers to imagine that they could become completely debt-free, dine in the finest restaurants, and stay in the best hotels while quitting their 9-to-5 jobs. There you go again, Chrissy, telling your viewers to quit their 9-to-5 jobs and fire their bosses. And on top of that, your viewers can give away money to the poor. So tell us, Chrissy, where exactly are your viewers going to obtain money after they quit their 9-to-5 jobs and fire their bosses? I mean, everyone has to pay rent or a mortgage. I know you know what rent is, but a mortgage might be a foreign word to you, since you've never owned a home in your entire life. Don't forget that your viewers are going to need money to buy food and put gasoline in their cars. Or are you planning for your viewers to have their cars repossessed, just like your 2 Hyundais were repossessed? What's the plan, since you're the man?
The law of generosity is also known as the law of sowing and reaping. It simply states that what you sow, you're going to reap. If you sow money into the lives of other people, you're going to reap more money.
How can you be generous when you're broke? How are you going to sow your money when you don't have any to sow? Remember, you told your viewers to imagine that they are dead broke. What are they supposed to sow when they don't have any money? Now, don't you dare tell your viewers to get a job driving for Uber Eats, as you already told them to imagine they could quit their jobs and fire their bosses. I'm confused, Chrissy. Could you please straighten this out for me?
If you take apple seeds and you sow them into the ground, if you plant apple seeds into the ground, would you agree the only thing in the world that can manifest from those apple seeds is an apple tree?
Actually, a dead broke person who quit their job would stand a better chance of a generous person giving them an apple to eat than giving them money. Therefore, the dead broke person could save the seeds from their apple and sow them. By the way, who do you think you are, Chrissy? Johnny Appleseed or Chrissy Appleseed? Actually, I can understand why Chrissy relates to Johnny Appleseed. You see, Johnny Appleseed was born in 1774 in the state of Massachusetts, and his real name was John Chapman. John's mother died when he was young, and so did Chrissy's mother. John's father fought in the Revolutionary War, and Chrissy's father was a military man. Do you see the similarities between Chrissy Appleseed and Johnny Appleseed? They both lost their sacred mothers at a young age, and their fathers had military careers. Okay, Chrissy, please continue.
So what you sow, you're going to reap. That works the same for everyone. So if you start sowing money, you are going to reap more money.
Chrissy, you still haven't told your viewers how they're going to get money to be able to sow it. Remember, they quit their jobs. Okay, Chrissy, keep going.
The pit bosses, they love me.
The pit bosses love you all right because they know that you're a degenerate gambler that loses almost every single dollar that you have acquired through scamming your victims. The pit bosses love gamblers that martingale their bets. That's why they love you, Chrissy. Let that sink in.
Stingy people will never get rich. Listen to me closely. Stingy people who hoard their money, people who don't share it, stingy people will never, ever, ever get rich.
There you go again, holding your stacks of fake $100 bills. Plus, you are wrong if you think no stingy people will never get rich.
He was the richest man in the world, but when billionaire John Paul Getty's 16-year-old grandson was kidnapped, he refused to pay a dime in ransom.
They will do things to Paul that cannot be undone for any amount of money. We have to pay.
I have no money to spare.
The real kidnapping in Italy in 1973 made headlines around the world.
It was on an allowance, and it was up to him solely whether or not the ransom was going to be paid, and he declined to pay it.
I have 14 grandchildren. If I start paying ransoms, I'll have 14 kidnapped grandchildren.
Only when the kidnappers cut off the boy's ear did his grandfather agree to pay, but only as much as he could deduct from his taxes, $2.2 million. The rest of the ransom, $700,000, was deemed a loan the teenager had to pay back with 4% interest.
You see, Chrissy, J. Paul Getty died with $2 billion to his name and was the world's richest man at the time of his death. When one of his grandsons was kidnapped, Getty initially refused to pay the ransom until the kidnappers cut off one of the boy's ears. That was just one of the many stingy acts that J. Paul Getty did during his lifetime. Stingy people can definitely become rich.
I keep my water heater turned off. I need 22 minutes to heat it up enough to get a shower, so I turn it on every morning when I get up. This is my handy dandy water heater timer. I set it for 22 minutes so I know exactly when my shower is ready, because God forbid I waste an extra minute on that water heater. It saves me over $80 a month on my water bill. My name is Amy Elizabeth, and I'm the world's cheapest multimillionaire.
With a personal net worth of $5.3 million, this 50-year-old Las Vegas entrepreneur refuses to throw a single penny down the drain.
One of the biggest secrets to my success, one of the biggest reasons why I'm rich, is because I'm constantly giving away thousands and thousands of dollars every single month.
Chrissy, you do not give away any of your scam money to charities. Those fake King ransom receipts that you used to post on your terminated YouTube channels aren't fooling anyone. You're not a multimillionaire, so stop pretending to be one. You do not own a house. You've always rented a condo or townhouse or an apartment. Not sure if you've ever rented a house, so we cannot rule that out. You have a monthly car payment on your leased Chevy Tahoe. A multimillionaire would never pay monthly payments for an automobile.
That's truly the way that I believe. I believe because of my generosity, the law of sowing and reaping blessed me in return, helped me get my losses back, plus make several thousands of dollars in profit. Folks, that is the law of generosity working on my behalf every single day.
Chrissy, stop with the fairy tale stories about being down $50,000 at the tables and then making it all back plus thousands in profit in less than 2 hours. That is simply a fairy tale, and I assure you that Tinkerbell would get a good laugh out of that story and throw pixie dust on your bald head.
People see God through me.
People see God through you? Oh, you poor lost soul. Here's an idea. Quit your gambling, scamming profession and become a pastor. You might become a very successful pastor that could make thousands of dollars asking for tithes at every service and calling your congregation idiots at the same time.
You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot.
I'm terribly sorry, Chrissy, but your video was another fail, just like your entire life. Here we go again. Fire your boss and quit your 9-to-5 job, eat at the finest restaurants, stay in the finest hotels. Spoiler alert, the casinos only comp luxury suites and fine dining meals to their biggest losers who patronize their casinos. Don't believe me? Next time you're at a casino, ask a pit boss if they comp luxury suites and fine dining to the advantage players who can consistently take their money while playing blackjack and counting cards. That about wraps it up for this video. Please, please do not give this scammer 1 penny of your money. His entire story in his video was simply make-believe, just like his golden goose egg story. Before I say goodbye, boys and girls, I would greatly appreciate if you would give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Stay clear of Christopher Mitchell and your life will be better off. Remember that now. Bye-bye, boys and girls.